Ta-da-ta-da!
Hello and good evening, all. Ardomini, thank you so much for subscribing for 11 months. Has it really almost been a year? Yes. Yes, somehow it has. Weird, isn't it? I mean, imagine how weird it is for me. I've been streaming for, oh man, a year and 3/4. My 2-year stream anniversary will be in August, I guess. It certainly doesn't feel like it. Still feels like it just started. What's up, Vesty? I don't even get that one, but good to see you. Had you muted, I didn't hear you tilt off at your hilarious joke. You just did, actually. Hey, Satellite Sun. Hey, Rask, how you doing? I saw you completed Zombotron. I'm glad you liked it. Oh, more like oh, I get it. The game did. So once again, where do I even begin? Okay, once again, we're playing the Castlevania collection on Steam, which doesn't really have resolution options. So I've already adjusted the screen. You know what? I can do this again. I can do this manually once we start playing the game. So here, let's just. I'll be nice to y'all. But yeah, it's let me move this junk around a bit. Okay. So I guess we can just like put it here for the time being, and then we'll readjust when we actually get into the game. So. Castlevania Collection on Steam is 8 games. I bought this despite already owning 5 of them because it's the cheapest way to get a hold of a few of these. So it has the original Castlevania. It has Simon's Quest. It has Dracula's Curse. So all 3 NES Castlevanias. Anyone else not getting the Steam notification stream is starting? I haven't seen it for a few nights now. For Steam notifications, something might have happened in the options to turn them off. I know Cragger, you can set specific preferences for group notifications, and yours might have ended up off somehow. I like Bloodstained Ritual of the Night quite a lot. Is it worth playing Castlevania? So Bloodstained is much more like the later Castlevanias, everything from Symphony of the Night on. So if you like Bloodstained, you probably want to check out Symphony of the Night. I think you can still get it on PS4, but that was the original Castlevania that shifted from traditional platforming over to like a Metroid style. After that, there were 3 more on Game Boy Advance: Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, and Aria of Sorrow. There were 3 on the Nintendo DS: Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, and Order of Ecclesia. And then that was pretty much it. There were also 2 on the PS2, but it didn't quite translate as well into 3D. So the mobile ones range from good to fine. Oh, isn't like the mobile version of Symphony of the Night really, really good? Go forth, young Trevor Nicole Black Knight. What about Castlevania 64, Vesty? What do you want to say about it? So, anyway, to go back to what I was saying. So, yeah, this has the original NES Castlevanias. It has Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo, which is what we're going to be playing tonight. It has both of the Game Boy Castlevanias, Castlevania Adventure and Belmont's Revenge. Castlevania Adventure is terrible. We're going to play it. It's going to be great. And Belmont's Revenge, which I've never played, it's supposed to be pretty good. It's incredibly hard to find. The actual Game Boy pack, if you try to track it on eBay, is like 50 or 60 bucks. It also has Castlevania Bloodlines or Castlevania the New Generation. This was the one Genesis Castlevania game. I know pretty much nothing about it. If we have enough time tonight, we'll play it. Otherwise, we're gonna play Kid Dracula, which apparently supposedly this never made it to the United States. I think the Game Boy version of this actually did, and they just neglect to mention that. But it's basically like a kiddier platformer using a bunch of NES Castlevania assets with like a super cute little Alucard. So. What a terrible night, Tower Curse. Castlevania 64 is a hell name. Look. If we want to, if this is really a thing that people want to do, I will get an N64. I will track down a copy of Castlevania 64 and we'll play that shit. Because this is like a low-key, like no schedule, like game series thing that we're doing. I want to play all the Castlevanias on stream eventually. Not necessarily beat them, because I don't want to beat Dracula's Curse. I don't want to beat Dracula's Curse. I'm not going to beat Castlevania Adventure tonight unless there's a way to cheese it with the save states in this game, and I'm not even sure there is. But yeah, there's a bunch of Castlevania games I want to get to. I want to get to the GBA ones eventually. I want to do the PS2 ones, because I don't think a lot of people have played the PS2 ones, and they're pretty interesting. Lament of Innocence isn't great. Curse of Darkness is pretty good, though. So, anyway, we're playing Super Castlevania 4 tonight. This is essentially a remake of the original. It's Simon Belmont again. A lot of the stages are very similar in concept. A lot of the bosses are very similar in concept. Has a very different feel, though. This one is honestly my favorite of the original style Castlevanias, and honestly I like it more than some of the Metroidvania ones. This one really, really nails the tone of gothic horror with 16-bit graphics and sound design. It's really an incredible game, which is the main reason I wanted to set aside a night to do it. So let's go ahead and get into it. This is the SNES game. There were only two SNES Castlevanias, Super Castlevania 4 and Dracula X, which is like a bastardization of Rondo, and isn't very good. We might play that one sometime, but this one is incredible. Hey, Manic, what's up, buddy? Curse of Darkness reminded you a lot of Alundra too. All right. So I'm going to resize this window so it doesn't look all jank and stupid, because it's gonna be pretty tiny. Dun 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 dun. Oh my god, I love this game so much. I cannot tell you how much I love this game. This was kind of my first Castlevania. In fact, I think it was. I got it because it looked so incredible on the Super Nintendo. In Nintendo Power made it look really, really good. So I was like, I gotta give this a try, and I was not disappointed. Spent too long in the start menu. Nope, we're going. We're doing this. And we're gonna talk a lot about what makes this game. Oh, that's the wrong button. We're gonna talk a lot about what makes this game so good as we go through it, as Bubsy the Vampire Hunter. Ooh, this is not your first Castlevania. It was the best one for a long time. Yeah, totally agree. Can you guys hear it okay? Should I turn up the sound a bit? Because the sound design is a big thing that we're going to be talking about tonight. So it's a little quiet. Okay, I will fix that right up. We want this to sound really good. How's that? Is that better? I don't want to blow you guys out, but I want to make sure you can really drink this in. So the controls are mostly the same as the original Castlevania with a couple exceptions. Sub-weapons are on a top button. You no longer have to push up an attack for them. The whip can actually be whipped in all 8 directions, which is huge. This is like a huge reason this game is so playable. And also, if you hold down the button, you actually get a limp whip that you can lash around at will. Hey, Toast, how you doing, buddy? I think it's the best Castlevania of this kind. Symphony of the Night is a lot deeper. It's also a very different kind of game. I completely agree. This is absolutely my favorite of the classic style Castlevanias. And right off the bat, they're telling you, okay, this game, we put a lot of effort into this game. Limp Whip Ho. Okay, this next track is Castlevania for me. I know a lot of people, it's like, it's Bloody Tears or one of the other themes, but to me, this is the theme of Castlevania. I think in the sound files, it's like, it's listed as Simon's theme. Belmont's a long family history of bad Conan cosplay. Yeah, I can explain a lot of things about Castlevania. I can't explain Simon's sense of style. It leaves a lot in question. Yeah, it's, oh my god, dude. Like, the graphics and the sound design are the two things that really set this game apart, and the sound design is amazing. Like, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Banger alert. I mean, obviously, it's not a terribly fair comparison to the old Castlevania games, but like, there's just an incredible amount of detail in it, and they show you that from the very start with the vines dynamically growing up the fencing here. Into the castle we go. I'm gonna try and hang on to this boomerang. I think, if I remember correctly, the boomerang is the broken one in this game. Yeah, I don't want that axe. Wall turkey. Wall turkey is timeless. We will never be without our wall turkey. Imagine those bats were fun in earlier games with the 8 directional attacks. They were a pain in the fucking ass. I think this one did a really good job starting off on the right foot, showing you, oh no, I beefed it. That's okay, there's some holy water we can get later on that's pretty good. I want to hang on to the boomerang. Wall turkey's full blown trope. Oh, also in this game, you can moonwalk upstairs. I mean, if nothing else makes this game the best in the series, that has to do it. Ugh. Knife is so bad in this one, though. Alright, another thing the Super Nintendo could do, actually allowing you to swing with your whip. It is great, and this will actually factor in a big way in later stages. More of a trash food from a beat-em-ups kind of guy. I have been watching a lot of Streets of Rage 4 lately, and it's always funny to see somebody like scrambling after a big melee to pick up a fully cooked turkey from a trash can or something. Pretty rare for Castlevania to make the knife good. Yeah, that's for sure. I think Rondo did with its item crashes, since you could actually throw like 1,000,000 knives with it, and they carried that over to Symphony, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there definitely have been ones where the knife is good and useful in some way. Oh my god. Skellymans. Stop being the way that you are. Yeah, this first stage does a good job of instructing you in like the potential of all your moves. Like there's lots of things you can do with like the loose whip and the 8 directional whipping. Here we go. We'll hang on to the holy water. Okay, those things up there are like snake clusters that we're gonna wanna pop before they land on our head. Castlevania skeletons are jerks. They always have been. And also, this is just so much fun to play with this. And it's a real shame that the later Castlevanias didn't really do much with it. They paid a... Oh, you see this horse head on the ground? It will take off if we get too close. And we don't want that. The ones affixed to the ceiling will actually fly at you. They paid lip service to the idea of the loose whip in Circle of the Moon, but it was a set ability. Like, you would hold the button and it would just do like a spinning animation, and it wasn't nearly as useful. It had its uses, certainly. If we ever play Circle of the Moon, I'll show you. Check out the background there. The skeleton horse out in the field. These thin platforms will flip if you jump on them. So as long as you don't jump, you're fine. So, of course, they send Medusa heads after you in this section. Its range was, yeah, notably decreased. And also, it's a lot less powerful. Like, one thing about the loose whip, you can just hold it like this, and enemies will run into it and die. And that's actually something we're going to use quite a bit later in the game. The other cool thing is the developers were aware of this, and they actually posed some challenges to the player that keep this in mind. Technically do that in Circle of the Moon, but good luck with that. Yeah, that's the thing. It's a discrete move. It's not just like loose whipping, and it's not nearly as powerful. All right. First boss go time. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Oh, Lord. Hi. Ow. Got him. Oh, wow, we're almost running out of time there. Because I spent so much time yapping. So it reminds me of Rastin, one of your favorite old arcade games. I don't think I've ever heard of that one, Cragger. All right, on to the map. So we have quite a ways to go. This terrible night. Gotta grab the orb in the cool pose. I wanted the fully extended whip, but I'm a little rusty on that one. So we're going from this initial town. We're gonna climb up into the mountains through the ruins, and then we're gonna go down through this waterway. And the bat symbolizes the boss. So for stage 2, the boss is actually in the middle of the stage. Strange shrubbery monsters. I don't want that. Oh, it got me. Okay, so the purple hands don't actually hurt you, but they hold you in place for the spiders or the shrubbery monsters to mess you up. Down we go. Do kind of wonder why a whip. Did the devs just decide swords were overplayed or something? It's a good question, actually, and I don't know. I don't have an answer. I don't know why they picked a whip as the main weapon. They certainly leaned into it in later games. Like a big plot point of Lament of Innocence is why the whip, like this specific whip, the vampire killer, became the traditional family weapon of the Belmonts. It's kind of a crappy explanation, but at least they addressed it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they were fans of Indiana Jones or what. Generally not impassable platformers, your second worst genre after fighting games. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure the only reason I'm decent at all at platformers is because I played them so much as a kid. Like, I think it's a skill set that it's easier to build in your youth. I mean, like any skill, kids are just quicker at picking things up than adults. So yeah, I spent my childhood playing Marios and all kinds of other, and Ninja Gaiden. I played a lot of Ninja Gaiden as a kid. And beating my head against those games for hours and hours and hours at a time gave me the skills to keep playing games in the modern era. Score, this is still from the era of games where they would give you extra lives for getting, for reaching certain score totals, and the bags of money are for that. It actually does play in a little bit. Reason to pick up all the health pickups at full health. Habit, I guess. Oh, well, we got a pocket watch now. Doggy. Now this water here actually is an instant death. It's mud that you'll sink into, so as long as you keep jumping, you'll be fine. So this level isn't even as scary as it looks. Later levels will be, but not this one. Ow. I'm taking a lot of damage. Found online, no idea if it's right or not. One theory is the series is inspired by Japanese light novel series Vampire Hunter D and the movie adaptation of the first book. In the book of the movie, one of the characters uses a whip. The main character is also human, a vampire halfling, and is the son of Dracula. That would explain it, actually. I've watched both Vampire Hunter D films, and you could definitely see some inspiration. Castlevania as a whole is a bit goofier a series, but the serious parts, you can definitely see some of Vampire Hunter D in it. Yeah, good old Vampire Hunter D. I think both of the films are excellent. I think they're both worth watching. The original's a classic, just all kinds of weird alternate gothic horror and stuff, and then the second movie does some really neat stuff with the lore. See, I think we just got an extra life for 20,000. Ancient but good anime, yeah. Sometimes ancient ones are the best. All right, boss time. Medusa. It's nippleless Medusa. Also, you can punk her really easily with the boomerang. Vessi, good anime is something that people with taste can identify. Don't worry though, with appropriate training, I fully believe that someday you may join those hallowed ranks. Konosuba. Sounds wrong. Oh, I forgot this part. The water actually changes direction here, which is pretty neat. Hallowed especially. Hey, I think I've told you guys I was president of my high school anime club. So you're not exactly going to be getting impartial views from me. And yes, those orange spikes will hurt you if you touch them. This game is also notable. It's one of the few Castlevania games that actually gives you a degree of air control, which makes a world of difference for the game feel. What was your favorite high school anime club anime? Rurouni Kenshin. I was obsessed with Rurouni Kenshin. I actually have, I still have a huge amount of it on DVD. I used to have those big like silk button-up shirts from Hot Topic, with Rurouni Kenshin characters on them. Did I get another life already? Ping Pong Club. I'm not anime about a high school. This was originally released on SNES. Where are you, buddy? I was going to play this one originally on Super Nintendo, but I've been researching a lot of stuff about streaming old consoles, and it made me kind of self-conscious about my setup, because it turns out I've been stretching all the old SD games. Where the hell are you? Oh, here it is. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, good old Castlevania 4. I have the instruction booklet. I was gonna read some fun parts of it to you, but it's not actually it's not one of Konami's best. They didn't actually put a whole lot of effort into it. See how this would be a favorite on that system? Yeah. And also for people that played Castlevania games, like this is like a quantum leap forward in terms of control. Like Cragger, I don't know if you were around when I played the NES Castlevanias, but you had no air control when you jumped. Your character, I think your character was even a lot slower than this, and you could only whip horizontally. But a lot of the enemy types were the same, so especially things like the bats, the birds, the Medusa heads were absolutely infuriating to fight. So the game box for Castlevania 4, that's awesome. This was, if it wasn't a launch title, it was close. It was very, very close. SNES is the second best library in the history of game consoles. I know PlayStation. I know PlayStation puts up a very powerful argument, but I still think the Super Nintendo is my favorite console of all time. These Mudmen are cool. You have to break them down into bits. Yeah, it was very, very close. PS2 is your number one. I think there's a very strong argument to be made for that. PS2 just has an incredible library all told. I think it's personal preference of mine. I love Super Nintendo games. I love the style of Super Nintendo games. So many of them were formative titles for me. So yeah, as much as I like PS2, I also came to the PS2 late. I feel like this is maybe something I don't want. Yep, it is. I think you're very wrong. Like, why else would you be here if you didn't think I was wrong? There's an extremely conspicuous secret here that's mostly just hearts. And money. Can't forget the money. No, give me that money. And some candle turkey. Oh, you meant toast? Very little in the PS2 that's essential for me. Again, it comes down to a personal preference thing. Toast, what would you say is your favorite console in terms of library? Also depends on how you count like multi-platform titles. Psychonauts were released on the PS2. See, I factor that in. Like the fact that you can play a bunch of old like Super Nintendo and PS1 classics on the PS2, I think strengthens that argument. PS1, yeah, I think that's another good argument. Also, while we're here, I just want to call out the soundtrack for this level. How kind of light and introspective it is. Like it really plays up the idea of being in this like this distant forlorn cave without making it feel like super ominous. It's just like a lonely tune. It's a simple lonely tune. And since we're still early in the game, like I think that does a lot to kind of round out the atmosphere of the whole thing. Bully, MGS3, Burnout, Persona 4, Okami, that sort of stuff is in your personal list. I mean, all those are all-time greats, so. We're gonna do Okami sometime. I've been sitting on a Steam copy of Okami for ages, and I really want to play it. I've never played Okami. Dub boxes for Double Dragon 5, Brutal Paws of Fury, Paladin's Quest. Oh, Paladin's Quest! I used to have Paladin's Quest, and I think I gave it to a friend. F-Zero, Grace 3, Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past. And then you get to this. Then you get to the ruins, and you get this. And it's so good. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. I was too busy drooling over the soundtrack. Yeah. Yeah, this track is so good. Still upset you can't find your copy of Tale of the Sun. Nocturne, the Raido Kuzunoha Games Digital Devil Saga. Kronos is nice enough to give you a copy of Yakuza 0. Wow, dude. That is a huge amount of excellent gaming ahead of you. Yakuza 0 was so much fun. Phalanx is famous for its box art. I read the story behind that box art, and wasn't it just like they just had no idea what to do with it? And they were like, you know what, let's just do something weird and eye-catching. Favorite game is on PS1, Alundra. Ratchet and Clank, Jack, actually pretty good. Yeah, that phalanx cover is amazing. Oh, thing I haven't shown you yet. I just did it there. You can actually extend and retract the whip while you're swinging. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Here. To kind of get yourself exactly where you need to be when you're whipping around. Okay. Fortunately, the water in this area doesn't push you. It's purely cosmetic. For some reason, I'm just way more nostalgic for Alundra 2. I don't think I played any of the Alundra games. I think some friends of mine in college played Alundra. The higher I get up here, the more nervous I get. By the way, I'm playing this game on an 8BitDo SN30 Pro Plus, which I will highly recommend because the big thing about this controller is they went out of their way to mimic the feel of the original Super Nintendo D-pad. And as a result, this gamepad has an amazing D-pad. So it feels like I'm playing this on Super Nintendo. I think they meant for you to dodge these blocks, but if you just wait as soon as stuff starts falling from the ceiling, you don't have to worry about it. Which I always thought was really funny. Watcher. Need to pick one of those up. I think your preferred PC controller is dying. Yeah. Yeah, I love this thing. I love this controller. Bone Dragon. Mainstay of the Castlevania series. Pretty much always a huge asshole. Digging through your old stuff and found the news article that mentions the death of Gary Gygax. Wow. Lunges basically take the classic Zelda style, make the puzzles tougher, have an actual good story, and then have like 20 dungeons. Wow. That does sound pretty good. I can't believe I hit that. No, you're not keeping me from my turkey. And I'm not taking that. Have to get up early tomorrow. Good night. Thanks for coming out, Rask. It was a pleasure to see you. So real quick, tomorrow night we'll be back on Dragon Quest Builders 2. And then Friday, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do Zero Ranger. I was waiting to see if it was gonna go on sale, but apparently it almost never goes on sale, and when it does, it's like a really tiny sale. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up for the Reader's Choice review. We'll start Friday with that. And then I'm gonna go through the rest of the Friday requests we have queued, which means we're gonna be doing Unlucky 7 and Copy Kitty. Unfortunately, just the demo of Copy Kitty, I didn't have the wherewithal to pick it up while it was on sale. Got an 8BitDo SN30 with thumbstick covers on your Xbox 360 controller. Got too sticky. You really like it? Yeah, I love this controller. I don't think I'll ever go back to anything else. Because I used to just use 360 controllers, and I have an Xbox One controller, but oh my god, the D-pad on that thing is an atrocity. It's just buttons. It's basically the same as like the directional buttons on the Switch, but with a plus grafted over them. Real substantial demo should be fine. Okay, good. Good. I had a feeling. I downloaded it, it was like 3 gigs or something. I was like, holy shit. It's a 2D platformer. I guess we can go across here. See what that is. It's just a heart. I need that. Whew. Okay. So there are actually 2 ways to go through here. And I don't want that. We were discussing retro games the other day, and I think I've decided to look into getting third-party systems to play my old console games on that can output in HD, so that whenever we play old NES and SNES games, it'll look like this rather than the blurry, stretched messes I've been doing. So I don't know if any of y'all have any experience with them though. Like I've been doing some looking. For the NES, I want to get this system called the AVS, which has all kinds of HD output options and also has like a 4-player like the old NES 4 score built into it. And then for Super Nintendo, for ages I've been wanting to get an analog Super NT, but they're out of stock right now, and I don't know when they're going to be producing more. Analog makes really good stuff, but it tends to be premium priced. They also made like their own version of the original Nintendo, but it's like $500 for some reason. All right, boss time. This is a really cool reimagining of the Hydra boss from the original game, because it's actually giant hydras. So obviously the one that blows out the purple smoke isn't that scary, but that one is. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that guy. There we go. There goes the no damage run. Wow. Stay hydrated. All right, so we made it through the waterways. So now we're gonna climb a weird tower and go through the manor. This is one of the coolest stages in the game. Doesn't hurt that it has amazing music too. But this was the stage where they decided to really show off what, good posing, thank you. This was the stage where they really decided to show off what the Super Nintendo could do. And oh my Jesus, did they ever. Yeah, triple threat. So those Roman numerals I'm picking up means I can have that many multiples of my sub-weapon out at a time. The game is so high quality on so many levels. Could not agree more. Hieronymus likes to talk about perfect games. I don't believe that there are perfect games, but this one is definitely close. There's very little I can complain about in this game. This is the Mode 7 showcase stage, yes. Yeah, this was early 90s. It was the same year as the Super Nintendo launch. All right, okay. Yeah, you need to jump as soon as you land on those. I love those little grabby skeletons, they're so cute. Look at him, he's like, ah, I'm so scary. Look at me, walk into my hands. I'm gonna rip your head off. Yeah, and then, okay. Like, cool dude, thanks for trying. Hey, Cold Rolled Steel. Perfect timing. Yeah, coming off the NES to this shit. Oh man. Coming off the NES to this was a real treat. I done been got. Oh! I will miss you, Triple Threat Boomerang. But your time will come again. 10 out of 10 skeleton impersonation. It's just, he's got that look on his face. I love Castlevania skeletons. They make me so happy. Because they look happy. They look so happy about all the evil they're doing. Why can I not get this one? There we go. I will miss you, no weapon I never actually use. Hey, it's good for punking bosses. I don't think it's gonna be a huge deal with the bosses in this stage. That's right, I said bosses. They decided to overachieve on this one. Oh boy. If he had stabbed me, that would have been my ass. Alright, boss number 1. Giant ass skeleton head with a giant disgusting tongue. And the ceiling falls in every time you whip him. And I kind of don't care, I just kind of power through him. Okay, not touching this. Oh, that skull. Alright, here we go. Now we're into the cool stuff. The kinky skull boss. Alright. They're like, oh yeah, Mode 7 graphics are a thing, aren't they? I bet we can do all kinds of cool shit with this. And the game can actually figure out where you're supposed to be standing. Which personally, I think that's amazing. And that's the Medusa head check. Lefty YouTubers versus Castlevania bosses. Requires this at the end of my D&D sessions. I have a conclusion song we play when we finish. I need a good song for someone getting brooding revenge. Any thoughts? That's a good question. Awfully nice of them to extend me a platform. If they didn't do that, I would have just been dead. So. And then here's the other part of the stage. So this isn't just for looks. Those purple blocks in the background, when they reach the roof, skeletons pop out of them. Sometimes. They're tricky like that. It's not a hard part of the stage, but I think it's really just there to enjoy the spectacle. And then we have some good old moving platforms. You get something nice if you take the lower path there, but I just killed myself. I got too excited. I'm so excited to be playing this game. All kinds of amateur mistakes. I guess we could try to go this way. Oh no, your head touched the ceiling. Oh, that actually worked out. How about that? Konami is also really good at looping stage tech. Like, Gradius 3 and Castlevania had these looping segments. Pretty cool. The traditional crushing spiky things of Castlevania. And then this one you just hold right. Yes, I'll take it. It's really amazing to think how far Castlevania came from like Castlevania 1 to this. Like Castlevania 3 was a pretty big accomplishment, and Castlevania 2 was a really impressive experiment. But even so, this is still just an incredible jump ahead. Axe technically better than nothing. The axe is pretty good in this game. It's pretty useful. This guy's cool. Every time you hit him, he shrinks. Oh, get off me, get off me. I think he might have me. Oh, he takes a ton of damage, okay. We are gonna beat this tonight. I am pledging to beating this game tonight. I've beaten it enough times before that I know I can do it. Let's take the upper path this time. Axe is more valuable before you can whip in 8 directions. Yes, very true. Very true. There were several bosses in the original Castlevania that you could really only reach with the axe, including the first one. So it was a much more practical choice. That technology works. At first, there's 4-direction whips and floppy disks, and now we have full-on 8-direction whips and streaming. Ah, the march of progress. And you can't forget about free whipping either. Like, it's so much fun. Here, you want whip? No, my whip. You want whip? My whip. Alright, let's see if I can stop sucking at this boss. I make no promises. Floppy disks evolved into floppy whips. Ow. Stop it. Oop. Okay. Oh. Oh, I got like a square too close to him, damn it. Ow. No. Got him. Jesus Christ, that was close. Worf, 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 worf. I can't get the extended whip. Always too slow on it. Alright. So, time for the approach to Dracula's castle. This is probably my favorite stage in the game. And we will talk about why. I want you to really appreciate the background here. Like the big swamp plants in the foreground, the overgrown walls in the background, the brooding building soundtrack. This is a dead end, it's just a cliff. Goodbye. Okay. No, not the knife. Anything with the stupid knife. Okay. Sound design in this game is so evocative. So then you emerge from that path into this bizarrely overgrown area. With this incredibly understated track, right? Which gives ways to tile and pillars, stairs. This is also the track at the very beginning of the first stage of the game. Plaza with statues. The main gate. That's it. That's the stage. There's no there's no boss. There's no great challenge to this level. That's it. And it's one of my favorite levels in the game because it is entirely there for atmosphere. Are you aware of OC Remix? Yes, I used to love OC Remix. I downloaded tons of tracks from them. I made my own CDs. So the knife should be decent with double triple. The problem is the knife does like half as much damage as the whip. So until you get the double, you're not even doing as much damage as you would just by hitting things. And most of the enemies in this game take one whip hit. but they end up taking 2 knives. And that's the problem. Like, against most of the bosses we've fought so far, it would be almost useless. You don't know how much that seemed to be some kind of artificial waterway. Have we in fact found a good sewer level? It's possible. Stranger things have happened. So this first area is supposed to be a ballroom, which I think works great with the soundtrack here. Wow, I threw that way too high. Holy water in this game is powerful, but it doesn't stun lock like it did in the original Castlevania. Still really good against bosses that can stand in it, but not like broke-ass broke. Okay, I think this next part is maybe one of the best tracks in the entire game. And consider that. Consider me saying that after everything we've heard so far. Yeah. I love this. Dun 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 dun. Oh! And unfortunately, I only got to hear it for a minute. We'll be back. Don't worry. Well, that part, I remember I had a lot of trouble with that part as a kid. Oops. You want platforming that'll kick your ass? Yeah, there you go. Oh god, we're almost dead again. Man, this game is hard. Some silent music, silent movie music there. Yeah, it's great. Well, we're dead. One nice thing, the original Leather Whip also has like loose versions of it. Oh, I didn't realize the pups came back. No wonder I was having so much trouble there. I wouldn't fully kill them. Like, I would kill them, and then I wouldn't get away from them. So we gotta keep moving. That almost worked. Arf. Destroy this guy, thank you. Oddish dog remurderer. They started it. All they had to do was be good dogs and leave me alone. Alright, here we go again. I just want some pets. Barking up the wrong tree. Alright, here's hoping I can actually do this. Basically, you want to jump from platform to platform when the chandelier is not moving. And jumping from a higher one to lower one like this, you want to do it this way. Okay, there we go. Okay. I don't screw around with this part. This part always makes me nervous. Like, no matter how many times I do it, this part makes me super nervous. I'm really afraid of one of these candles being something just this, like, absolute garbage. Extremely good creaky SFX for the Super Nintendo, yeah. Again, they nailed the design, the sound design on so many levels. My hands are so sweaty right now, and I don't mind telling you. Okay. Okay. It's a pretty simple sequence of jumps. It's just the rocking of the chandeliers just makes you think you're gonna fuck it up. Oh. And we made it. And our reward is that this music keeps going. Think. Entirely psychosomatic, I assure you. Smash. Crash. Ghost ladies. Also a ghost. This is like those dumb bouncy ghosts in Zelda 2. Woof, woof, woof. Oh, I trapped myself. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. You can get rid of those. Ghost ladies, ghost farts. It's the total ghost package. Alright, we get double holy water, which I don't remember if that's... Shit, you have to hit him twice. 3 times. At least. And they came back! Shit. Game extremely good, but also hard, not gonna lie. I think it has difficulty settings. I think we're playing on normal. I think you can play on easy where enemies do less damage. Bats! Man, I hope there's some turkey in my future. If you're inspired by games with worse collision detection, yeah. Yeah, as spotty as you would think that is, it actually feels really good. You're a little shifty on moving surfaces like that, but not as much as you might fear. I was really hoping that would go. Oh, okay, okay. Whew. Evil coffin! It's coming right for us. Okay, we get a little food at least. Also, you don't walk straight off of ledges in this one. You automatically stick to the staircases. Which is such a huge improvement over the other Castlevanias. Like, I can't tell you how many ignoble deaths I've had in Castlevania 1 and 3 just because I wasn't holding down or up when I got to a staircase. Red bones. Death won't keep them down. And just simple stuff like having this foreground scrolling by. Like, makes a big difference to the feel of the game. Oops. Nuts. Up here. There are the occasional hidden things in this game. I don't know where most of them are. There's actually, like, whole secret rooms. Ah, yes. Okay, good. Alright, this is kind of a weird enemy. If you stand in front of these hands, they'll grab you, and the swordsman will get a free hit on you. But you can just jump over the hands, and it's kind of no big deal. I don't know why this exists, honestly. Yeah. And they are some grabby ass hands too. Okay, getting there. Is that on my end, or did you just turn into a robot? I don't believe so. I believe I am still a man of flesh and blood. I have noticed that Twitch sometimes, instead of getting desynced, it'll end up like pitching the audio weird directions, like up or down. I notice it with really familiar songs. So that's actually an evil dining table. I would love to show you what it does, but I also don't want to like get my shit ruined. Oh, there we go. Okay. Just kind of hits you in the dick. Okay, this is... Alright, well, you get to see it anyway. Oh, I should grab that. Alright. We're coming up on the boss. Ooh, one up. Those are rare. You will not see those very often. Evil Dining Table will succeed where Dracula couldn't by ending the line of Belmonts through vicious groin trauma. Alright, okay, we're not in terrible shape. I don't remember... This battle is cool. Not that I'm any good at it. Oh my god, one hit. I needed one more hit. You're basically fighting a dancing ghost pair. And they go down pretty easily if you can just keep from getting punked yourself, which, you know me. These guys are terrible. These guys do have terrible pun names, and it's in the instruction book, actually. We just did battle with the Dancing Spectres, Paula Abgul, and Fred Askaire. Like, it's not even the same time periods. Game over. I want a refund. Oh, shit, where'd you guys come from? I know, right? Konami localization in the 90s loved their puns. And I do not know why. Just end it now. Like Gradius 3, some of the boss names in that were really bad too. Shockingly so. Oh, okay. And apparently you can get the 1-up every time, so this level won't end your run at least. I don't have a sub-weapon this time though. I think maybe I can start over here this time. Nope. Nope. They kind of hum in on you. There we go. Okay. Oh, that was terrible. That was too soon. Trapped in gaming purgatory. I got my whip in the refractory period. Stage 7. I remember all these stages, not necessarily the order. Oh, this is the library, I think. Yeah. I love the library music. It's like in the overall soundscape of this game, this is like a gentle repose from everything you've been doing. I mean, this level's still pretty hard, but the sound at least gives you a bit of a break. Simon half a second before bonging himself in the head with his whip. Don't actually crack your whip. Or the localization team didn't have senior member checks they could slide in whenever they wanted. I mean, even when I was working at Konami, their localization team, and this was like 10 years ago, their localization team was like just some guy who had like an English degree or whatever. Basically no oversight whatsoever. They actually fired a dude. The guy that was working on the localization for Order of Ecclesia, because apparently he was doing it all by himself, and he had been asking like Reddit or something for just like for advice on some project, and he was starting to let slip that he was working on the new Castlevania, and somebody wanted to prove it, so he posted screenshots of the unreleased game to prove he was working on Castlevania. So I don't know if any of you were paying attention to Castlevanias at the time, but yeah. Ecclesia got leaked before the official announcement because of that guy. Never got to meet him. Order of Ecclesia was right before I started. It was like the year before. I got to do a bit of testing on Harmony of Despair. Or Castlevania HD. Oh god, I don't want that. Oh god, I didn't want that. You colossal asshole. Book. Books, they'll kill you. Ow! And the fact that those guys take 2 hits is a real pain in the ass. Well, we're dead. Your starting whip is also actually weaker than the metal ones you get. Library has some unsafe staircases. Yeah, we'll get OSHA in here. Surely the librarian has complained. Seems weird to even have the default whip. Yeah. I guess it was just a tradition thing, because it never really factors into gameplay. Like, I don't think there's a single checkpoint in the history of Castlevania that will face you with like a really difficult segment or a boss without your powered up whip. Oh, now, when we play Castlevania Adventure later, this is actually gonna matter though. Because Castlevania Adventure found all kinds of clever and inventive ways to be worse than normal Castlevanias. Also, I really appreciate that guy despawning himself so reliably. I actually got stuck on this level for the longest time. Not because it's a particularly hard level, but because of an area we'll come to later, where you have to do a thing that you don't have to do anywhere else in the game. Okay, so I think new policies, I'm just gonna try and avoid these guys. And any candles I don't like. Okay. Fortunately, the books go down in 1 hit. Just gotta get the timing right. Okay. Moonwalk. Celebratory moonwalk. Ooh, okay. Medusa's got really fat and large and bony. Those are actually enemies from... I think they're in Castlevania. I think they're in all the NES Castlevanias. I know in Castlevania 3 they're in the Clock Tower level. They might also be in the Clock Tower level of Castlevania 1. They're another long-standing staple of the series. It's just most people don't think of them because they only appear in vertical areas like this. Hey, guess what? I can do that too, dickhead. Oh, I was really counting on landing on that. I was holding up too. That sucks. The challenge of this game is if you lose control of a situation for even a moment, like, you're gonna take a ton of damage. That's the real hard part. This sucks. Okay, so it's gonna... Okay, whew! That made me nervous. Okay. Okay. Not gonna screw with the candles there. I want to keep my boomerang anyway. Portrait gallery. Portrait gallery is really cool. She has a hand that will grab you, and I think it'll hurt you. Or maybe it just sets you up for the bats. Yeah, the statues collapse and will hurt you. Oh, give me that meats. This stupid dog. I remember this stupid dog. This stupid dog sucks. There we go. I guess we despawned him. He actually knocks down candles, so you can't get him. Remember 2 stupid dogs? Okay, so the carpet skittering thing will push you up into the spikes if you're not careful. Oh wow, that really should have worked. I don't know why I didn't. Game. Game, do you want to explain yourself? Boy, I hope this is worth it. Narrator, it wasn't. No, it super wasn't. Oh god. Got clubbed. Now we do the portrait gallery again. Okay, great. Biff. There are a couple places in this game where it's hard to see what's coming. Okay. Bats are very durable. Well, okay. So like the old Castlevania games, aspects of the game get harder the further you get into it, even if the enemies themselves don't change. In this one, once you get to Dracula's castle, you take more damage and enemies can take more damage too. So outside the castle, bats are 1 hit. Inside the castle, they're 2. Okay, so this is the move I was talking about. And you will see why this is relevant in a bit. But you can actually move while crouched in this. God damn it. Oh, we got an extra life for that. Oh, hello. Okay, so you just need to get out of this dude's way quickly. We got more meat. That's good. God, those guys are annoying. There we go. That thing always freaked me out a bit, too. In fact, I generally don't go down there at all, if I can help it. If you wait, it despawns itself. I don't think I've ever actually fought it. I think I've always waited for it to despawn. I love this painting of like a million interconnected candles. Very creative. All right, so this part. You have to do this whole part crouching. because the floor thing will push you up. You can walk standing here, but when the floor thing comes for you, you have to crouch walk. And that screwed me up so much as a kid. Because, you know, I think ultimately, I wasn't very good at video games when I was younger. Now though, times have changed. I'm sure we can all agree on that. Bats. It's okay, I think we're at the boss. I have no sub-weapon though. I think this one's pretty easy. Maybe not. Maybe not. Wow, super not. How the hell do I do this? Wow. Guy fucking hates me. You can stop doing that anytime, dude. Oh shit, oh god, oh fuck. Waiting for an Oddish GDQ speedrun. Oddish percent. Oddish percent is get right to the final boss and give up. Okay, I think I can do this actually. As long as he stays close to me, I can just keep hopping those the fire. I've beaten so many games on 100%. It's a whole category. It's a very common way to handle playthroughs. Oh, why did you turn around? Oh, Simon, why did you jump on top of it? Whine, 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 complain, complain. I love those bats exist just to take a chunk out of you. Could you come back here? Okay, this guy's not nearly as hard as I was thinking he was. Okay. Yeah, there we go. What's going on? What's happening? Oh no! No! It's like Dark Souls boss is all about patterns, yeah. So we fall down hole. Sleeplessly up at 1 in the morning looking for something to start. No Man's Sky or Breath Edge. I'm not sure. I don't remember what Breath Edge is. No Man's Sky is supposed to be pretty good now, isn't it? Like, it's supposed to actually have things to do. I kind of want to play it. Wow, I'm an idiot. Jump directly into the death spikes. Now, I know these platforms you can jump on the top of. Yeah. Because you have to do that later in the level. Explore. There we go. Okay. Got a real whip back. So now we're in the dungeons of Dracula's castle. Oh, wow. I'm not sure I've ever fought those guys long enough to see them do that. Thank you, please, just die. Must play No Man's Sky. It's a rite of passage for gamers at this point. I mean, honestly, I think I would enjoy it. Like, I'm fine with just wandering around and checking out the scenery and collecting shit. Like, I think I probably would have been a defender of that game if I had bought it when it came out. So based on everything I've heard about it since then, I think I'd really enjoy it. Ooh, okay. There we go. Oh God. No! No! Oh, right. It doesn't kill you instantly. Okay. Nice save, self. Can't hit it, though. I really need a sub-weapon. Okay, we got it. Okay. I feel like No Man's Sky would make a pretty good chill night game, honestly. I might play like 40 minutes of it. Also, hey, Harm B. I can't remember if I said hey to you already. That was close. It's weird in VR. Oop. Let's see what we got here. You know what? I'll take the stopwatch if you let me. Does stopwatch work on this shit? No, it doesn't. It doesn't work on geometry. Or, oh, level stuff. Sigh. Oh, hey, you see those sharp things up on the ceiling? They're not playing around. Ow. Oh, quit shooting me at head level. You know I can't whip at head level. Play like 25 hours in No Man's Sky at launch. I've never touched the updates. So, Dominic, what was... I mean, I'm reading from that there was some disappointment for you. What was the disappointment then? What kept you from playing more and discouraged you from going back for the updates? Oh God, oh God, oh no, come on, man. Huh, they actually let you recover from the... Wait, oh, it's poison. It does damage to you while you're doing that. All right. So we can continue, but we have to do the whole stage over again. Wasn't disappointed, you know I am. 25 hours is a lot for me to play, I think. I mean, No Man's Sky reads to me like a game that people expect to play like 100 hours. So I figure when somebody says they played it for 25 hours and never went back, then it didn't please them in that way. Really liked this, just the updates add things that didn't really matter to you. Oh, okay, that's interesting. That's actually pretty interesting. Because No Man's Sky seems to have rehabilitated its image pretty effectively. You know what? Maybe there's a sub-weapon down here that I missed. Yes, there's an axe. Okay, I'll take it. Think about trying it flat, but so many games so little time. Yeah, I hear ya. I hear you. Man, I was thinking today. I was watching Tino play XCOM Chimera Squad, and it's like the one thing. Like we got a pretty good schedule here, doing different stuff almost every night. But the one thing I really wish I could do is like an entire franchise of games. Because I would love to play all the XCOM games. I would love to stream all the XCOM games. I feel like those would be really fun streaming games. Like naming characters after chat and seeing what happens to everybody as I inevitably fuck up missions and stuff. Entire franchise like Castlevania. This Castlevania thing isn't really on a schedule. And I'm not necessarily doing all the games because they're so spread out and some of them are so bad. Like, I do not want to put myself on the hook to beat Dracula's Curse or the Castlevania Adventure. Like, at all. But XCOM franchise, if I remember correctly, is 9 games. It's 5 old games and 4 new ones, right? It's UFO Defense, Terror from the Deep, Apocalypse, Interceptor, Enforcer. And then the new ones are The Bureau, Enemy Unknown, 2, and Chimera Squad, right? They would be very long streaming games, yeah. Although I did look, and apparently I beat Enemy Unknown in like 20 hours. That wouldn't be that bad. God, I did the same exact thing every single time. Buffet's Tax was XCOM before there was XCOM. I feel like they're very different things. I get very different feels from them. Yes, I would play Interceptor and Enforcer. I've always wanted to play Interceptor. I know it's bad. Like, I've heard plenty about how bad it is, but I still want to give it a try. And then Enforcer's really short. We could probably do that in an evening. Why you want to put yourself through Terror for the Deep? Lobsterman will murder your soul. I'm gonna try, man. Like, people have played these games. People have beaten these games, and I love XCOM. Oh man, I got rewarded with a boomerang for that. That's great. Let's see if we can actually hang on to this one. Enforcer is almost unplayable. Well, the thing is, we'd have to do the original, because I've never played through the original, and we'd have to do Apocalypse because I love Apocalypse. Apocalypse was my game when I was younger. I played a shit ton of that game. So, and it'd be weird to do only 2 out of the 5 classic games. Oh my god, I think I almost just killed myself. I don't even know if you're supposed to do that part that way. I think you are, but still. Hey, Spellbot, what's up, buddy? Super Castlevania 4, your favorite? You missed some? Please restart. Will like and subscribe. Okay. Maybe just mash restart. I don't think anyone would consider Interceptor or some classics. But that's the whole principle of behind doing like a franchise, right? Behind playing all the games in a franchise. It wouldn't be any fun if I just did the good ones. I thought you guys liked watching me suffer. I mean, we do Hell Nights for a reason. I love these little rattly skeleton piles. Wow, I forgot to mention, vulnerability in this game lasts like 3 seconds. I gave up on Hell Nights after Chaos Wars. Chaos Wars was pretty bad. Chaos Wars was definitely demoralizing. We're worried about your cardio. Yeah, wasn't anything I wanted. You fuck off with your eyeball self. I think we can just walk off of here? Yeah. Oh god, and I almost just killed myself. No! My friggin'... Okay, that's my one complaint about this game. Oh no, I was wrong. This is the part you have to crouch walk through. I have one complaint about this game, and that it is insanely hard to keep sub-weapons you want. The old Castlevanias were actually better about that. They would put sub-weapons and candles that you could whip before collecting. This game absolutely fucking loves to stick you with garbage. So, 9 out of 10 game. Like, comment, and subscribe. Still want you to play You'll Bleed. I really want to go back and watch the Chaos Wars streams. There was only one. We could only stand one. Like, even chat. Like, chat who made me play it was like, yeah, we're done with this. Oh! No! And it started me after the boomerang, too. It sucks. you have to wait for these to line up. Fortunately, it doesn't take them long to. We've done some really great stuff for Hell Knights. Neopets was legitimately fun. Of course, Just Dance and...
Hey, wait. Just wait a second. Hey, listen to me,
shit.
okay?
Oh shit, there's a boomerang here. We're saved. We're saved, y'all. Yeah, Just Dance and Ring Fit Adventure were inspired choices. Ow. Edutainment Nights were awesome. Edutainment Night, I should say. Knife time all the time. Collects a dagger 4 seconds later. I know it's in this candle. I'm not gonna pick up this candle. I'm gonna whip this guy. I'm gonna whip this candle. It's a heart. And this candle. And it's a heart. And I'm gonna crouch walk my ass through here. I don't think there's any way to get through this part without crouch walking. If there is, the pattern's just insane. RoboCop 2. RoboCop 2 is legit fun. Did you guys see? Mortal Kombat 11 is doing a big story update, and they're adding RoboCop as a playable character. Legit curious how that's gonna turn out. Okay. All right. We should be fine on this one. This guy basically just wanders around and throws potions. Yeah, no problem. He's full of potions. Mortal Kombat has become such an amusing mess. It really has. Because I mean, now if you have all the DLC, you'll be able to do RoboCop versus Terminator, which is hilarious. Really enjoyed your Steam Cloudpunk review. Oh, thank you, Mr. Nunya Business. I hate that I had to do that. I played. Oh, this is the Treasury. This is a really cool level. This level, this is probably the most detailed level in terms of pixel art. Yeah, I hated to give Cloudpunk the thumbs down like that. I wanted to like it. I put 4 hours into it. And seriously, the voice acting was killing me. The voice acting was awful, and the story wasn't going anywhere. Like, you seriously just had to sit there in your car and just listen to your character and her handler just yap about shit. Or your character and her stupid dog. Like, I know they want that dog to be charming, but oh my god, that dog got on my nerves like few video game characters have. So, it's a shame. Like, they have an incredible setting, but it feels entirely wasted. Same fatalities, same brutalities, animalities, babalities, new friendships, now be here for banalities. Which Sub-Zero fill out office forms a triplicate. Watch Raiden struggle to replace a copier toner. See Melina answer the phones the same greeting 1,000,000 times in a row. They won't kill you, they'll just make you wish you were dead. They're actually bringing back friendships and stage fatalities with this DLC update. And yes, if you're not familiar with MK11, I know, like, what the hell, they didn't have stage fatalities and friendships already. Yeah, they didn't. Wow, it's really hard to get up here. And I actually did it. Oh, I think you get another boomerang if you make it up here. The friendships they've already posted are incredible, though. Like, I have MK11. I've never streamed it, but I have it, and I played quite a bit of it, because just the presentation is incredible. Like, I've never played a Mortal Kombat game before, but the presentation of MK11 just, like, super sold me on the game. Also, for the longest time as a child, I could not get across those platforms. Too bad they didn't reward you with a knife for getting up there. Oh, Naren. Someday your dreams will come true. Let me know when they make a sequel of Cooking with Scorpion. I want that. And I didn't get it. I think that actually gets you into a secret area, maybe. Emotional vampires. Yeah, those treasure platforms make me insanely nervous. I've had so many bad experiences with them as a child. That's a sequel to Countdown Vampires. Nope. You go away. Why MK11 played a bunch of Crypt and then never actually fought a single battle? I didn't get it for multiplayer. I played through the story, which, I mean, it looks cool, but it's not that great, honestly. Oh, I'm not sure I've ever gotten up here before. Skipped a bit of a fight there. Not even single player either. The thing is, it turns out I'm awful at Mortal Kombat. Like their whole, so if you played like Street Fighter or King of Fighters, or I mean pretty much any Asian fighting game, it's all pretty much like button mashing combos. Like if you want to do something, you mash the button until it happens, and then you mash other buttons, right? Mortal Kombats don't work that way. Mortal Kombats use what they call dial-a combos, where every combo has specific timing that you have to key in at specific points that don't always make perfect sense for what's going on the screen. And I have had the worst time, the absolute worst time, coming to grips with that. So, it also has a block button. And I can kind of adjust to block buttons. Kind of. I don't want to piss that thing off. It's like, oh, actually, hang on. I think I need to do this part before it fills up too much. Yeah. These suck holes are weird, and I don't really know why they exist. There's a secret in one of them. I think it's the one over here? Yeah. We found a secret room. By the time I bought the entire Final Fantasy XIV package with all DLC, installed it, and then lost interest by the time the game loaded up and got to the title screen. Oh, nope. We don't want to leave just yet. And I got holy water, which I didn't actually want. I'm not taking the knife, Naren. Sorry. Better luck next time. Actually, I am going to take the axe, because the boss of this area is a bat. Since we already lost the, the boomerang. The holy water will do literally nothing for us. I think there's a candle behind that, coffin, but I don't need it. No Man's Sky starting up. Have a great day, folks. You too, Mr. None Your Business. Thanks for coming out. Programming note, tomorrow night, more Dragon Quest Builders 2. We're still working on the Isle of Awakening. Friday, Indie Variety Night, I'm going to go ahead and start with Zero Ranger, and then I'm going to do the Friday Dragon Coin requests that have built up. Unlucky 7 and Copy Kitty. Saturday is more Shining Force 2. Monday, we're starting Thief the Dark Project, and I think on Monday, we're going to end the current vote for the next Wednesday game. So if you haven't voted for the next Wednesday game, do that now. Zero Ranger? Yeah, that won the May Reader's Choice Review vote. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up and give it a try. Yeah, I think I'm going to end the vote on Monday. That way I can go ahead and announce what we'll be playing on next Wednesday. It's either going to be Door in the Woods, Below, or SFD. And whatever it is, we're going to play it until we beat it. For whatever value of beating that particular game might have. I also really like how this level is thematically consistent. like everything drops tons of money, like the candles and the bone dragons alike. Here, the Lobotomy Corporation got official translation. I did. Lobotomy Corporation is one of those games that I just didn't think that much about, but it sounds like something that I should maybe consider giving a try. I don't know, you guys think that would make a good Wednesday game? Final Fantasy XIV is very much a game that gets better the further you go. Base game is kind of a slog. That's what I always hear. Like, people always rave about Shadowbringers, I think. One of the most recent expansions. It's supposed to be pruning a bunch of the more boring quests the base game of Final Fantasy XIV this summer. I've also heard that, yeah. So we may be approaching a good time to get into it. I can't do MMOs on my schedule now. If I tried to do an MMO, I'd have to become an MMO streamer. I'm sure you guys would love that. Friend showed you Shadowbringers, the story is legitimately good. That's what I keep hearing, and that really fascinates me. Like, it's not like you can't have a great story in an MMO. It's just most MMOs don't, you know? I guess what I'm curious about is, does Shadowbringers use the MMO format to tell a legitimately good story, or does it have a legitimately good story in spite of its MMO trappings? Played a lot of the game when A Realm Reborn was released, so I'm feeling they should play one. All right, boss time. This is a pretty cool boss. It's hard, though. I've never been good at fighting this boss. It's a money bat. Okay. So those bits that fly out will hurt you if you let them hit you. So it's best to stay right below him while you're doing this. Until he does that. I could probably duck that. Man, I'm stupid. It's great. I took the I took the axe specifically for this boss and didn't even use it. Okay. So now there's just a bunch of little ones. But oh god. They drop shit on you. And they still explode into coins. No, 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 no. Oh god. Oh my god, barely. Jesus Christ. That was always the hardest boss for me. That was the one I always had the most trouble with. Your buttocks were fairly clenched. Thank you, Retrospice. I appreciate the vote of confidence. Moved to Seattle a couple years ago using an excuse to talk a couple hours while retaining 3 skills on hotbar. That's nice. I almost died of guano. Hey, Dirkus. Yelling at the screen, you have an axe! Alright, stage A. So I think this is then stage 10. Classic. Hard to have a Castlevania game without this. And this is a really, really good version of it. One thing I really like about this is, like, in the early game, you know, they go heavy with, like, Simon's theme and, like, the new stage themes. And then as you close in on the end, then they start hitting... For fuck's sake. When you get into the end of the game, they start hitting you with the remixes. And it feels so much more impactful after getting all hyped up with the new songs. To bangers and mashup? Yes, I'll give you that one. Yeah, it's so good. This one, yeah, you have to, okay. This clock tower is legitimately challenging, and they managed to challenge you. They managed to challenge you without Medusa heads, at least in this part. Like, these platforms actually, like, you're actually going around, which is really cool. One of the regular breakpoints is your friend showing how Shadowbringers was, and now I have to side quest them to grind up a level, so see you tomorrow. I think the say about Final Fantasy XIV, once you get to the later expansions, the spectacle of the dungeons and boss fights is really good. You can actually duck under those sword guys. Their sword swings. Let's get this guy. Okay, there we go. Alright, just need to not scrub this. It was, I think I hit this ledge. I was trying to jump earlier. Oh, shoot, okay. Oh, right. Whip swing. When in not really having known anything of the game up to that point, the storytelling still made you really invest in the conflict and the stakes being set. I mean, that's the mark of a good game then. Mark of a good, really solid game narrative then. Oh, hi. Hello. Thanks for visiting. All right, we're gonna use the damn knife. Hey, that actually worked out pretty well. Medusa heads. Okay, huh. Yeah. Ha! Okay. We did it. Oh, this part's cool. Part of the reason you didn't like his MMO, because repeating ad nauseum for loot kind of ruins him. Yeah. Whee! There we go. Oh god, hi. Yes, I didn't get hit there, because I ducked. And now they just go all out. Axe Knights, Medusa heads, entire fucking gears just coming off the place. Ow. Okay. Much like with the Secret World, I really wish it was just single player games so I didn't have to engage in much with the MMO trappings, yeah. There we go. We want to keep that. That's going to be good for all the bosses coming up. Especially this level's boss. Okay. Oh, no, we don't want that. This Bone Dragon's a little awkward with the placement of those hooks. There we go. Going up. Oh god, we want to let go. Okay. You do not want to be on one of those hooks when you get hit. Make you a very sad person. Hi, Fum. Hey, your username's a Secret World reference. Aw. Nice. Dismount. No. Okay. Was it easier or was there an overall drop in game difficulty for SNES games? I was shit in NES games. I pretty much finished everything I played on SNES. I think by the time the SNES came around, I think developers had a better idea. I'm not gonna hit that. I don't want to lose this. I don't want to lose my boomerang. I think game developers had a better idea of what players could and couldn't handle. Like, I think they had been paying attention. Shit! Through the NES era. Poorly timed. Also poorly timed. Oh god, we have to get rid of this guy. I forget how I did this. Whew. Damn it. And we scrolled the screen up, which I really didn't want to do. Okay. There we go. Whew. Sweaty. Trying to keep the boss's level secret. Who could it be? Remember a buff guy flaring my petite elf avatar one time, finding that hilarious? Hey, Cornuto, what's up, buddy? Can't believe you're stealing Char's stream idea. I know. It's so horribly unoriginal. I am actually going to do Rondo sometime. In fact, we're going to talk about that at the end of tonight's stream. Which Castlevania game we should do next. Oh, gotta get off of here. Okay. Oh god, 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 oh god. Oh no! Okay. Well, we're doing that without the boomerang. Rondo looked fun and also a bit odd. Wasn't Rondo kind of like a weird in-between place between, Actually, can I just hang out? Oh, no. You can hang out down there, I guess. Now, you see, this works, but it does, like, very, 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 very little damage. Okay, we'll keep doing that, I guess. Yeah, I can't hit him that way, so... I wonder if I have enough time on the timer to do this. I'm kind of worried I don't. Ah, here we go, okay. This might be a bad idea. No, I wanna do this so he can't knock me off. Damn it. Damage racing bosses at this phase of the game is not a good idea. Oh, I might be a bit too close for this. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Man. Ow. Ow. There we go. Orf, 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 orf. Rondo has branching paths and still discrete levels. Is this it? I also like how the map music changes the further you get in. Alright, this is it. Stage B, the final stage. I think you meant orb, 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 orb. This took longer than I thought. I didn't realize this was gonna be like a 2-hour playthrough. They had to put it in here somewhere. And I love that they wait until the very last stage for it. With the gentle caress of my whip. Oh, I fucked this up. Unsmart. That would have killed me. Because the ground hadn't spawned below me, that would have killed me. Again, you can duck under those guys. Now, we'll tell you straight up, this level's hard. I'm sure that'll come as literally no surprise, but there's some really hard parts to this level. Like this part. If you fuck up any part of this, you die. So as tempting as those candles are, I can't really risk it. There we go. Something awful poster I automatically parse that as feel the fuck of my whip. Mummy tickling. Alright, I think this is... Okay. This is... I think this next part is one of the more infamous parts of this game. Yeah. So, this is a vertically scrolling stage. You have to outrun that saw blade or you die. And you get one chance at each of these staircases. And there's big stony bastards that pop out of the walls. Oh, right, you have to just kind of do that. Fortunately, the stairs all start disintegrating from the bottom. So, well, we're dead. Rip us. Good run. Nice try. Yeah, I can't reach that hook up there. Okay. Oh, and we're dead again. Yeah, we might have to do this intro part a couple times. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, that's why you don't go that way. The short staircases are a really bad idea. Do you hate Mario? Duck. Give me my real whip. This is gonna take us a couple tries. And unfortunately, it means doing this intro staircase and bridge a couple times, but we'll get it. And then, of course, when we're done with this, we're in for a real treat. We're gonna play the Game Boy Castlevanias.
Very good.
I know, right? Bat Bridge is a Castlevania staple. This thing where the bridge is made of bats is super cool, yeah. Like, Super Castlevania 4 very... Oh, it doesn't kill you. That's nice. Super Castlevania 4 very consistently raises the bar on, like, every part of... Like, even down to just details like the crumbling bridge now being made of bats. I wonder if it's as simple a thing as like, well, we want the bridge to be different elevations, but we don't really have the tech to make the towers collapse. How can we make the player keep running forward? Bats! But where did the bats? The bridge is made of bats. Okay. Okay, yeah, we can try that. Bats contain potassium benzoate. I always try to jump onto like the middle of the stairs if possible. But there's always this fear that I'm not mashing the controller the right way to actually catch the stairs. Oh god, okay. Like there, that one. No! I should have just kept going. I should have just kept holding up. Ah, damn it. Imagine how could a bridge made of disintegrating bats would look in current gen graphics, yeah. I think the disintegrating bat bridge, I think it's in a more recent Castlevania. I don't think they had it in the 3D ones. I don't think. There we go. I feel like I've seen it. I feel like I've seen it in other places. Okay, we're going straight up. Yeah, there we go. That's actually way better. Okay. And then across here, and up, and go. Okay, that's right. There's a second half to this. And those spikes are instant death. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Round 2. Get up. Okay. And the saw blade is still following us. This room is the furthest you ever made it. This one definitely got me for a long time as a kid. Don't worry, this isn't actually, as a child, this isn't actually where I got stuck. Ah, get off the stairs, dingus. You gotta get over really fast in this part. Okay. Okay, we made it. Okay, we're good. We're alive. We did it. Woo! Okay. Alright. Now is the boss gauntlet. That obviously was not enough. Now it's a boss gauntlet. Fortunately, the first one, if I remember correctly, is pretty easy. Yeah. Okay. I forgot that part. You might remember this guy from Symphony of the Night. Well, this is where I came from. Oh, I'm not ducking fast enough. You gotta be on the ball with this dude. As long as you're quick, you can keep him from attacking. Mm-hmm. But it's hard. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay. Slogra. I think it's Slogra. I think this one is Slogra. I think the gargoyle is Gaibon. I don't remember exactly. Okay. I know how to beat this guy. I can do this. As long as you duck the first part, he can't hurt you. You just have to make sure you get out from under him. And then duck. Like, it's not too hard to do this first part without taking any damage. I feel like maybe you can do the second part without taking damage either. You just have to be real quick on the whip. Maybe not. But on the bright side, he doesn't do that very often. So you can take a few hits. Oh, man. There we go, okay. Woo! Alright, moving on. I think the game checkpoints you after every boss in this. So I don't remember, though. I know it checkpoints you, like it permanently checkpoints you when you get to Dracula. So even if you use continues, you can start from there. But this part, I don't remember. Alright, so this is Gaibon. And I don't remember this fight. Ow. Well, that was great. Wow, I'm super good at this. Ow. Not actually a very hard fight, as it turns out. There's a combo of them called Slow On, like corn on the cob. Alright. This is the hard one. Gyra. I don't remember how this fight works very well. God. Slow Beef, buddy, how you doing? We are closing in on the end. Ow. We're closing in on the end of Castlevania 4, I hope. Assuming I can remember how to fight death. Not so good so far. I remember this is where I got stuck the longest when I was a kid.
Very good.
Woo, wear a mask and gloves and practice social distancing. Yeah. Unfortunately, masks weren't really a thing in the Castlevania games until the Metroidvania era. Oh god, he actually sucks you in. Okay. It's coming back a little bit. I'm pretty confident I can do this eventually. Woof, 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 woof. Nope, you can't duck that. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. That was much closer. Whew, okay.
Godlike.
Death is giving you the suck. Limp Whip is actually an important aspect of this fight. I think we might actually just want to avoid this part. Yeah, because I can't dodge that. Ow. And then, yeah, and then he's gonna do that shit, so. Alright, now we get to find out if we get to continue from here or not. You do! Okay, okay, we're fine. We're fine. Death, fuck around, see what happens. Okay, we can definitely do this. This is how I beat this game as a kid. I must have ground on this for hours. Alright, we're gonna try and do this a bit more conservatively this time. Okay, that wasn't great. Ah! If one gets past you, you're in big trouble. Okay, so we dodge this one. And then go in for the second one. Actually, I don't think that was worth it. Because then, yeah, he gets a free hit on you. I've almost got this. I've almost got this. We're close. I can feel it. I think maybe if I hadn't gone in when he's doing the suck, we would have been okay. Oh, man. I get the timing on those a little bit. One montage of 63 deaths later. We're doing okay. Don't get the suck, just kill the deathly fuck. I'm stuck under here. Oh man, I keep missing those. Damn it. Okay. Somewhere in between. If I could be a little bit more aggressive without taking quite as many hits. Honestly, I want to stand here and whip him. I'll get a lot more hits if I can stay up here and whack on him. That seemed like a decent compromise. Be bold. Come on! Come on! Oh my god! Oh, Jesus. This is such a powerful moment to me. Like, they drop the soundtrack out completely, and then they play this track. Alright, yeah. Yeah, you know the secret. So good. And then you die. And then you die. Because you're too stupid to remember how to get back up. Don't worry, it permanently checkpointed us here too. So we'll be fine. I don't even remember if we used the boomerang in this fight. Very good. Did they leave? Okay. The chicken's right in front of us. They didn't put the chicken here yet. Oh, this music's so good. And it's so ominous too. The only trick they missed there was making that that staircase like multiple screens. That was one thing that the later Metroidvanias got right. They made that ascent really, really ominous. Okay, so this is cool. This is cool because, like, limp wristing the whip is actually, like, a key to succeeding in this fight. You have to hit him in the head, and then you use the whip as a shield against the fireballs he fires at you. You still have to get the timing right. This is missing important dialogue, too. Die, monster! You don't belong in this world. You steal men's souls and make them your slaves. It's like, what? Oh, whoa, don't do that, Drac. That sucks. Oh god, he's doing other shit now. I forgot about the other shit. You know, here, just have some fucking of that. God, Simon, why are you so dumb? Oh, that was great. Okay, Drac. I mean, I've got the triple threat. I might as well use it. Ow. I'm sure this will come as a shock. You're not supposed to fuck this part up this bad. What? Oh, I hate that thing. Oh, I hate that thing so much. Alright. We're probably gonna have to do this again. But I love that for the final phase of this fight, they kick in Simon's theme. Oh, and we're dead. God damn it. Let's come on, Miku all over again. I'm not responsible for the actions of my character. What are you talking about? Limp wristing the art. The artistical offshoot of Limp Bizkit? God, I hope not. God, I hope not. Yeah, okay. All right, we'll try to speed up the early parts with the boomerang. Ash needs his Gamer Gear Miku wig. Oh my god. No, that's probably like the last thing I need. Wow, I'm doing great. Let's just let the boomerangs do all the work. Wow. I don't remember that attack at all. I guess Drac's already tired of this shit. Ow. Big dick. At least during this part, he's easier to hit. Oh God. Alright, go. We got this. We got this. We got this. I am a Belmont like my father before me. What we got? Turkey. Twitch doing the no resolution scaling for small streamers tonight. That sucks. Hate to hear it. You hate to hear it. Oh, okay. Okay, we're gonna need to watch out for that shit. This is perfect for the final battle too. Wow, I need to stop fucking this up immediately, or I am gonna die again. I need to be focusing on not getting hit by lightning bolts. Got him. The tiny lone bat that is Dracula. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Big Copter. For 15 months, jeezy crazy. Just as God intended. At least I get to see Super Castlevania 4 in full 1080p. As God intended. Indeed. Ah, the morning sun has vanquished the horrible night. Put some pants on.
Nice catch.
Get out of the way. I want to see the castle collapse. It's okay. I'll be back in 100 years. Whew. Belmont cares not for pants. I mean, if you, okay, to be fair, if you can take on the Lord of Chaos himself with no pants, I think you kind of earned it. Solomon Grundy want pants too. I remember that. Such a great trailer. Bumper, whatever they call those. This noob fighting with his leather whip. Rondo. Okay, so question. Since we're gonna continue doing Castlevania games, and we're gonna take a look at the Game Boy Castlevanias tonight too, don't worry. What do you guys want next? Do you want Rondo? Do you want Symphony of the Night? Or do you want the first PS2 game, Lament of Innocence? Judgment would be a challenge for me to get a hold of, because I don't have a... That one's Wii exclusive, isn't it? Rondo Calrissian, Rondo. Okay, it's Rondo. All right, the next time we do a Castlevania night, we'll do Rondo. I can't... Okay, so Manic, I have every intention of doing the GBA ones. I can't do them until I have some kind of... I need some kind of streaming solution for them. Originally, what I was gonna do is I was gonna get a GameCube and a Super GBA adapter for streaming Game Boy Advance games. But then Analog announced that they were designing the Analog Pocket, which is gonna be like an all-in-one like handheld, like premium handheld system that's also going to have a Switch-style dock for HDMI output. So I'm kind of holding out for that. That's how I would like to do it. The thing is, Analog is a black box. Like, they whisper about doing things, and then like 2 years later, they actually come out, so. I'm in no rush. I'm in no rush to do the handheld ones yet. Obviously, we've got Rondo to do. We can do Symphony of the Night if you guys want. Actually, I have some ideas for Dragon Coin fuckery you guys can do when we do, if and when we do Circle of the Moon, or Symphony of the Night. I can let you guys use Dragon Coins to pick equipment, which could be pretty fun. Wasn't the analog thing supposed to launch this month? I don't think they ever gave a date. I think they just said 2020. And considering, like, with the pandemic going on, that might have been pushed back even further. I know they pushed back pre-orders for their analog pass-through solution. Unarmed only run. Yeah, I've been brainstorming Dragon Coin options I can give you guys with different kinds of games. And if we do stuff like Metroidvanias, if we do the Castlevania Metroidvanias, ooh, not a good place to be, Simon. Sound designer, Soji Taro. This guy is a fucking hero. If we do stuff like the Metroidvania Castlevanias or Dark Souls, I can give you guys Dragon Coin options to determine my equipment. So you were expecting the release date to get Ronied, yeah. Yeah, I'm not even sure we're gonna see anything of the Analog Pocket this year anymore, which is disappointing, but there's other things I can do. Like I can put my money towards an AVS or a Super NT when those come back in stock, and we can focus on NES or SNES games instead. I really want to find like an HD solution for my Dreamcast, but I don't know if that's even gonna be possible. Because I want to do Skies of Arcadia sometime soon. A lot of people have requested it. I haven't played it since college. I would really like to revisit Skies of Arcadia, but I'd like to make it look as good as possible. So, I don't know. We'll see. Skies of Arcadia is probably going to be on the next Saturday vote after Shining Force, so if people really want to just jump straight to it with the blurred, stretched display, we can do it. That's fine. Anyway, we did it. We beat a Castlevania. So I've beaten 1 out of the 8 games on this. Okay. Now things go to shit. Let me change what we're playing real quick, just so nobody comes in thinking they're gonna get the goodness of Castlevania 4, and they get blindsided by Castlevania Adventure. Yeah, let's do Anniversary Collection. I want to keep going back to this if we get sick of this after like 5 minutes. I want to at least do this. I want to at least touch on all the Castlevania games, even if we don't beat them all, because we're not gonna beat this one. We are absolutely not. The one thing this game has is amazing music. It does have really good music and pretty good graphics too. But the gameplay. Oh Lord, the gameplay. Okay. First of all, this is as fast as your character moves. And this is how he jumps. And there's literally no air control at all whatsoever. Alright, crystal balls give us our whip upgrades. The second whip upgrade actually lets you sling a fireball, which is cool. Especially since there are no sub-weapons in this game at all. It's not jump arts, that's a jump, not an arch. I have this on Game Boy. This was one of my first Game Boy games. And I tried as a youngin', I tried so hard to beat this game. Because I was like, I have this game, I should beat it, you know? I should enjoy it. It refused to be beat. It was not having it. This game's only 4 levels, too. Only 4 levels. The fireball, oh, and that's the other thing. If you get hit, your whip goes down a level. Not if you die. Yeah, death will certainly reset your whip level. Getting hit resets your whip level. So if I get hit again, it goes back to leather whip. And it doesn't dynamically spawn orbs everywhere like the other Castlevania games. I just gotta wait for another natural orb drop. So yeah. There are many, many reasons this game is not in the annals of beloved Castlevania entries. Many, many, many reasons. Oh god. Okay. Can't even hit the candle. It did look amazing on the Game Boy. Like, this is a striking amount of detail in the backgrounds. Of all the Castlevania games I've seen, this is definitely one of them. Yeah, it looks good and it sounds great, but that's literally the nicest things you can say about it. It's so bad on like every other front. It's slow, the controls are sticky. It's gonna depend, the further in we get, the more it's gonna depend on like super precise jumps. And it's absolutely merciless. I think I've gotten to the 4th level like 1 time in my entire life. We're actually gonna try save scumming this. If the Anniversary Collection will let us save scum it, I will save scum it. Just to say I've beaten it at all. I have no pride, no shame when it comes to this game. Tell my wife hello. Alright, right here. Precision jumping over shitty tiny platforms with bats in the first stage, no less. I did this so many times as a child, I have the spacing memorized. Fortunately, tiny mercy here. The first boss is pretty easy. Also, in a complete rejection of Castlevania tradition, you grab the orb first. Ow. Alright, fine, whatever. Oh, wrong way, idiot. Oh my god, no. Eat shit. Horizontal scrolling. The jump arc, it doesn't exist. You plummet like a rock made of depleted uranium. Wish I would have gotten an LSDJ. What the hell's that? Alright, stage 2. Alright, I'm gonna try something real quick. I'm gonna see what save does. Okay, quick save data has been created. So, also, since we're here, this actually has different display options. You can do original, you can do pixel perfect original, you can do dot matrix, which makes it look like the pea green Game Boy screen. You can do a color filter, like you're running it through a Super Game Boy. Pixel perfect color filter, and then you can do color filter with scan lines. So, I don't know if any of that actually sounds appealing to you all. I actually like the original version myself. Alright, these bats suck. And of course these bats are random too. So sometimes you will get out of that room taking no damage. Sometimes you'll get hit like 6 times and still not... and they'll keep following you through the level. Dot matrix for maximum Game Boy? Okay. Dot matrix for maximum Game Boy. Oops. Just let me know when you tire of this. Because you will tire of this. And I'll take it off of here. Just remember, chat, you asked for this. I tire of this. Yeah, this brings back the memories. I will give them credit for actually trying hard to recapture this absolutely atrocious look. I kid. I love the original Game Boy. My eyes, my virtual eyes. This is the authentic Game Boy Castlevania experience. I actually love the original Game Boy aesthetic. So while this does appeal to me on a superficial level, I don't think this is the right game for it. Like, I think modern indie... Oh my fucking god, Bat. I think modern indie games designed specifically for the old Game Boy aesthetic are way better about this. Feels like I'd turn this game off and play Tetris. Oh, if only it were that simple. Needs to be 40% less bright. It is pretty bright, yeah. Man, I don't even remember how to beat this stage. Oof. Tetris? You want me to play Tetris sometime? I mean, shit, we can do it, but... We're talking like OG Game Boy Tetris, right? Oh, Hive wants Tetris 99. See, I will play an entire evening of Tetris 99. That shit is fun! No! Okay. We start from the very beginning, don't we? Yep. I knew it wouldn't let me off that easy. Yeah, you have no airtime. It's true. You drop like a fucking stone in this game. You want me to what? You guys are getting insane. Y'all losing your goddamn minds. Oh my lord. Also, we may need to restart the stream in a second. I don't know if it's starting to buffer for you guys, but I'm getting that problem we had the first night of Dark Forces where it just decides to drop like half my frames. Let me know if it's getting bad for y'all. Okay. We also might be done with this game. At least it lets it continue. All look and no gameplay makes Lay Retro lose his mind. Tetranet? What the hell is Tetranet? Lots of buffering over here. Okay, hang on. We're gonna restart real quick. Should fix it. Okay, hang on, guys. I'll be back with this amazing game in just a moment.